doing well. I just really quickly wanted to share something with you all. What God is teaching me right now. And that is building deeper intimacy with Him. I wanted to share this because I know there's probably at least one person who is going through the same thing I'm going through, and can benefit from what God is teaching me. And I know that all of our walks with God do not look the same. So what I'm about to share, or whatever I am going through, I don't want you guys to compare it to your walk, because everybody's walk is different. And I feel like that's another tactic of the enemy. He likes to make us feel like we're not as good as this person, or we're not doing what this person is doing. But you have to realize your season is completely different from my season, and it's important to remember that while going through this walk with Christ, because you don't want to sit here and compare yourself, because God has them somewhere else than He has you. Okay, so don't compare or anything like that. That's just some encouragement. You are right where God needs you to be. Keep pushing, keep going, keep relying on Him, and He will direct your path. He will keep shining light on where you need to go. Okay, but I came here to do all that talking, so quickly what I'm just about to share with you guys. And I have said this before in one of my IGTVs, I said this before in one of my IGTVs not too long ago, but I'm gonna reiterate it and go into depth with it. But yeah, so you guys can post all day long Bible verses. You guys can remember Bible verses for whatever reason, whatever you want to do. You guys can do all those things, but I just want to let you know those things do not get you into heaven. Those things do not build intimacy with the Father. Although reading your word is very important, yes, but I want you guys to know that some of you guys will get to heaven, and you guys will be judged and held accountable for what it is that you did here on earth. And you don't want God to say, "Depart from me, I never knew you." And I say that because some of y'all are going to be like, wait a minute, I did this, that, and third. I went to church. I listened to gospel music. I read my Bible verses every day. And it's like, yeah, those things are great, but He really wants intimacy. He really wants relationship with you. And there is a difference between going to church and going through the motions and being religious versus having a relationship. There is completely a big difference. There are people who just go to church on Sundays, and Bible study on Wednesdays, and that's it. They don't spend any time with the Father. They don't get to know the Father for themselves. They don't get in their word for themselves. They live vicariously through other people. They live vicariously through Michael Todd sermons and Sarah Jakes Roberts and all these other famous pastors that are out there. They live vicariously through them. And I'm just here to let you know now that that is not the way to go at all whatsoever. I say that because their walk, you can't live through them. Like I said this plenty of times before, you cannot live vicariously through other people. You have to have that intimacy with the Father. And you guys have to understand as well, God does not have grandchildren, stepchildren, great-grands, nieces, and nephews. He has sons and daughters. So you have to take it upon yourself to build that relationship for yourself. You are a son, you are a king, you are a daughter, you are a queen, and you need to be in communion. You need to be in a relationship with God, a literal relationship, not just some religious go through the motions Sunday Christian type thing. No, a real relationship where you're seeking Him every day, where you're falling on your face before Him because you are being humble, you're being vulnerable with Him. You are letting Him know, listen, God, I don't know what the heck I'm doing, and I want you to lead me. Those are things that humble people in relationship with Him do. People in relationship with Him and people who are humble understand, like, Father, I don't know what I'm doing and I need your help. And if you knew it all, what is the point of God? You know what I'm saying? What would Him being here, or what would Him sending Jesus to die for us do for us? You know what I'm saying? Like, if we knew it all, if we got everything under control, if we were perfect, which we definitely are not, so please don't think you are. And I don't say that to be rude, but I'm just letting you know there is, Romans tells us no one is good. Not one, not even you. And you think you are, but you're not. And That's why Jesus shed his blood for us, because it cleanses us. It wipes all of our blemishes away, irons out all of our wrinkles, and it allows us to look blameless in the sight of the Father. But yeah, any hoozles, that was kind of just like a rant. But what I really wanted to tell you guys was there is just no other way to get to the Father or get to heaven than Jesus Christ. Like, you can't go around him. You can't get to God without him. You can't get to heaven without him. I know a few of y'all trying to tiptoe into heaven, and you can't tiptoe into heaven. You can't do it. You have to have a relationship with the Father. Of course, I have scripture to back it up, because I want you guys to know the stuff for yourself. And please, like, don't just take my word for it. Do your own research in the word, and ask God questions as well. It's so important to ask God questions. Like, don't feel bad for asking questions. I used to do that. I used to be like, Lord, I don't want to question you because they tell me not to question you. But if you don't know something and you're curious, then you need to ask God, because he is the one who has the answers. But yes, so anyhoozles. So I have Acts 4:12. The salvation is found in no one else, for there is no other name under heaven given to men by which we must be saved. That name, of course, that is given to men is Jesus Christ. We can only be saved through Jesus Christ. Period. That's it. You can only have a relationship with the Father through the Son. The Son is Jesus Christ. You cannot get to heaven without going through the Son, which is Jesus Christ. Understand? And then in John 10:9, Jesus is talking about a parable of the good shepherd and his sheep. And his sheep are his, in this metaphor, in this parable, Jesus is the good shepherd and the sheep are his sons and daughters. So what he's telling us is, I am the good shepherd and I am the gate. You can't get to the other side without going through the gate. He's letting you know right then and there that he is the way, the truth, and the life, and no one can get to the Father but by me. That is John 14:6. I really just wanted to stress that you can't have a relationship with the Father through other people, through your mom, your dad, your aunts, your uncle, your stepmom, your Grammy. Nobody. You cannot have a relationship vicariously through other people. You can only have a relationship, an intimate relationship with the Father by yourself. Just you and him. That's how it works. Like I said earlier, he doesn't have grandchildren. He doesn't have stepchildren, just sons and daughters. And so I realized for myself was that I could not be in a relationship with the Father through my parents, through my brother, through the pastors I watch on YouTube. I can't do it. I had to tell God, listen, I want to have a relationship with you. And I didn't really know how to do it, so I asked him to teach me along the way, and he's been doing that. But I just wanted to remind somebody or help somebody understand, like, you can't live through your mom, your boyfriend, anybody. You can't. You have to have a relationship with Jesus Christ for yourself. But yeah, that's all, guys. That's all I have for you guys today. I didn't want this video to be super long. I just wanted to get to the point and then in the video. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time.